today. From CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him.
And it's going to carry him out of the side of the end zone, and that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Get ready. Automatic first down.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray from midfield. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Murray. And this is going to be incomplete.
Throwaway and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Jordan Berry now. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. So here are the Seahawks now with a long field in front of them. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 11 carries, 94 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench to tell the offensive coordinator, let's run the football.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This is Carson. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing is Wilson, being chased out left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. To throw again is Wilson. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
That keeps the score.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Out of the gun, here's Murray. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6 yards to go.
From the gun, Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll begin the drive with Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
3 yards the gain there, second down.
At the 38-yard line.
Wilson out to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go along with...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Murray, he'll get this to his running back, Edmonds. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They wound up getting nothing out of that second down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Arizona. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Give me some.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He returns the punt 64 yards on the score. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Brandon, I loved his game in college, and I thought he would translate well as a pro. Boy, did he exceed my expectations. Another punt return for a touchdown.
Busted onto the scene as an all-pro returner as a rookie. He's not looking back. And that one makes this a 19-point game. We know he has home run hitting ability in the punt return department, and he showcases it there all the way back for 6.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A final shot before half for Murray. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun. Murray. Pass incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound.
He's got a man. Complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
This one caught by Isabella.
What a whistle.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle, a 2nd and 10 now. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Murray now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 15-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. He will push his way down to about the 14.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Edmonds. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands.
Offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Right back to Drake. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll go for it with Edmonds. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Murray now on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
To throw again, Murray. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Murray now to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
58's the money. 58's the money. Hey, D-Line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Rolling to his right. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Wilson wants to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2.
Roughing the passer, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
From the shotgun, Wilson buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only first down. He's got a few more shots, maybe. He can take it.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players, but most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards there, a first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Murray with a 3rd and long. Looking for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
Brings up 4th down.
Murray, one final try. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So the victory here for Seattle. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Seahawks,